Hey, how's it going? This is Hannah here, wanting to just talk with you about VBS. Now, our church has been getting ready for VBS for the last 3 months, and it might seem really wild to start that early and plan for that long, but when you have a large amount of kids like we do, planning ahead of time really is a time saver and a mind saver for the staff as well. And so for this VBS season, my church has decided to use the Start The Party VBS through Orange Curriculum. Now, it's our first time using the Orange Curriculum for VBS. After going through it, it is very similar to the Orange Curriculum, the stuff that we do every day on Sundays. And so I just want to tell you the pros and cons that I found for being a church who uses Orange Curriculum regularly and using that as our VBS. The first thing being is that it's so similar to Sunday that some of these crafts were things that we did in the last 3 months. Now, why that happened, I have no idea, but because of that, I'm in charge of our preschool curriculum, and I'm also in charge of the preschool craft rotation for VBS. Because of the similarity of some of these crafts, like making a party hat, which we just did last January, making little wind socks and all these things, these are things that we do throughout the year. And so it didn't really make our VBS a special time at all. So what I had to do is, out of the 5 days of VBS, I'm only using one of Orange Curriculum's provided crafts. So I would like to show you some of the crafts that I thought up, and the orange craft that I decided to pick but had to heavily alter just because it wasn't working for us. So the first one being day 1, which is at our church. Sunday is the welcome to the family type. The family kickoff day is Sunday. So at the family kickoff day, the kids come with their parents. It is not a drop-off day, but they come Sunday night to meet their leader and get a feel for what VBS, what camp is like on a Sunday night. And it's just an hour-long program. So we'll still do songs. We see a quick Bible teaching. We have a skit. And then we welcome the families to come back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for the first day of, or officially the second day of camp. And so I only had to provide 4 crafts because of that Sunday being just like a welcome intro to kids camp VBS type day. I only had to provide 4 crafts. So on the first day, it's all about the parable of the wedding feast. And because of that, we picked the Orange Curriculum's celebration plate, and here's an example of it right here. Now it looks great, but I encountered so many problems with this craft. I even have a separate video for just my thoughts and how to improve on this craft alone. So if you're struggling with this, that was me too, bro. So go ahead and check out that video. But let me just first off say that this craft was a lot more costly than we expected because each kid had to get 2 clear plates in order for this to function well. But I still love this craft, and it's because I wanted the kids to celebrate eating breakfast at home, to take this home and maybe eat breakfast the next day and think about all the fun stuff they'll do at kids camp the next day. So day 1 is a celebration plate craft. Now, day 2, which will be Tuesday, that was going to be a little bit of a trickier day. That was actually the midpoint for the VBS for the Start the Party. That is the salvation day. And so because of that, I am big on object lessons, and so I wanted to do something that was both craft and object lesson together. And so I decided, and my boss okayed on it, for us to make whiteboards. Now, this is for preschoolers, mind you. It wasn't elaborate, but all I did was go on Amazon, pick out a just plain slab whiteboard, and I also bought washi tape and dry erase board markers with an eraser attached to the cap, and also maybe some cute vinyl stickers, because I wanted these kids to have that, not only to think about, birthday parties, they can go and play the OG games like Hangman or Pin the Tail on the Donkey or Pictionary. I wanted this to be a very open-ended, play-inspired craft, but I also am using this for my object lesson when I talk about how Jesus takes away our sin. And if you would like to see my demonstration for that, see the next video on the side. Now, that was day 3, my whiteboard craft. Now, day 4 is our water day at the church. And so what we wanted to do was to have a great Water Wednesday themed craft. And because the lesson is on the woman at the well and about sharing the gospel with others, I wanted to do a sharing popsicle craft. Woo! Now, this was for preschoolers, so we did assemble a lot of these popsicle sticks ahead of time. They were super easy to make, cheap to assemble. It was about 40 cents a craft or less. And that's for 2 popsicles per kid. And so I wanted these kids to be able to come in, decorate a popsicle for themselves, and then take the other one home and give it to a friend, maybe even tell them about VBS and the stuff that they learned that day. So that's day 4 for the water day. Now, day 5, the very, very last day, it's always tricky to do a craft that day. Everyone's excited. Some kids are overly stimulated or tired by that last day. So I wanted it to be a fun way to wrap up the party. And so instead of doing a orange provided curriculum craft, I kind of went outside the box and did a group craft. So I wanted them to do a pinata for the whole large group. Now, if you wanted to buy a pinata, by all means, go ahead. They're about $30 for a plain one on Amazon, but to do that with the amount of groups that we had, it would have been really costly. So what I did is I just took some cardboard boxes, we covered them up with some crepe tissue paper to make it look like a pinata, and I wanted the kids to decorate this with their team, and then at the end of the rotation, they'll open up their glow sticks, because that day is a glow in the dark party. Now, sleepover is the other thing, but you know, sleepovers, they're kind of sketchy, you know, so we're going with the glow theme for the little kids to keep it fun and keep it safe. So that's the pinata day. Now, I did kind of utilize something that Orange Curriculum did provide, and that is different STEAM projects. So that day I am having the kids create a pipe cleaner, what's it called? Pipe cleaner bubble wand. That's what it was. A glow in the dark pipe cleaner bubble wand. So they can take that home, blow bubbles with it. The beads that we purchased glow in the dark. So that's another cool aspect. That's a glow in the dark aspect for that. And so that is day 5. Now, each day I did choose a STEAM object/object lesson, and it's themed to that lesson for the day. Now, I created a great way to just run my craft rotation smoothly, and that is with my lesson plans and with utilizing AutoCrat to automate all the content for each day and information, so that way I'm not going in typing each thing one at a time. If you'd like to see how that's done, check out the video that I have in the description below. But I'm looking forward to VBS at my church this year. It's in only like a few weeks, like 3 weeks. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope this has helped you. If you want to see anything else relating to VBS crafts, please let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I'm just doing this rotation at my church. I am helping out at some other VBSs, but I'm not really planning as in depth as I am for this one. So thank you so much. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.